jet. A boom raw with a law, I can't really raw. Teardrop on my homie's face, he got a body. No DM, I'm a LCM on Instagram. My skin peanut butter color, inside whip is really jet. A boom raw with a law, I can't really raw. Teardrop on my homie's face, he got a body. No DM, I'm a.
Afternoon, everyone. This is Crimson, your favorite furry whatever. Today, I'm gonna do something a little bit different and horrifying. This is what if Deku had a lion quirk. Without the start of his secret being born, his life went on as normal until one day the quirk doctor said he would have a quirk, but it'd be late in, so he have to wait a little bit while longer. As Inko thanked the doctor, as Isuke was extremely happy because he might be stronger than All Might with his quirk, or maybe become the #1 hero. And this around the time when a certain Pomeranian-looking kid got his quirk, which is Bakugo Katsuki. Bakugo was already showing off his quirk. The kids and teachers was praising him. It's only just filling up his determination to become the #1 hero. As Katsuki said, Isiku. Yeah, Kazan? What's your quirk gonna be? As Isiku was replying saying, my quirk haven't awakened yet. The doctor said it's a latent quirk. As Bakugo was laughing and said, "Ha! You may as well be quirkless, Deku." As his life of being bullied continued. As Isuke was a little bit stoic and wanted to be left alone in this version. Until one day, Isuke saw someone getting bullied. As Bakugo was just bullying them because their quirk was a lot weaker than theirs. And this was Suyu Asuri. Isuke stand in between them and threatened Katsuki if he keep this up, he would break him. As Isuke and Bakugo started to get in a fight, until Isuke started to get angry and angrier, as Bakugo did something he forever regrets, making fun of his heritage and his mother. As then Isuke got back on his feet, turned to Bakugo, and Bakugo peed his pants by the time he saw this. As Isuke was laughing, as Bakugo saw Isuke's eyes, a darker shade of green eyes, and razor-sharp teeth. As Isuke said, "You think it's funny making fun of those that's weaker than you, but you made a grave mistake making fun of my family." As Bakugo say in fear, "You have a quirk, you loser." As Isuke said, "I told you, it was latent. So, let's continue this fight." As Isuke runs at Bakugo, as Bakugo was getting outclassed, but was able to burn off some of Isuke's skin, revealing muscle fibers, as Isuke was laughing deafishly because he loved the pain. As Bakugo said, "You're a villain, you're insane." As Isuke said, "Oh, I'm not insane. I'm a beast." As Isuke kicked Bakugo in the stomach, and both Mitsuki and Inko witnessed the whole thing from the beginning, so they knew it was Bakugo's fault. By the time Bakugo woke up, Mitsuki immediately smacked him upside the head because she heard everything. As Izuku was bowed to his mother, apologizing for getting into trouble. As Ingo didn't scold him or anything, he just hugged him tightly because he knew he would protect his family. As Mitsuki apologized to Ingo for his son's actions. As Izuku said, "It's okay, Mitsuki. I'm sure Bakugo will learn not to pick on others." As Mitsuki just patted Izuku on the head, saying, "You're a good kid." As Izuku started roaring like a lion and fell on the ground, everybody was scared and Inko called the hospital. As Mitsuki, Inko, and Bakugo saw what was happening to Izuku, and then the last thing they see, it was this. They see an emerald green lion staring at them. If you see this, imagine him as a cub. As Izuku said, "Why you look at me like, look at me weird?" As he just looked at himself in the mirror since Mitsuki can carry a mirror. And Izuku was impressed because he think he might have a mutation quirk that makes him a lion. As Izuku was super happy to have a quirk of his own. As Mitsuki said, "You're a lion, but green." As Izuku said, "I guess I am." As Ingo said, "But not all of you turn to a lion." As Mitsuki remembered what Katsuki did to Izuku's arms and just smacked him upside the head again. As Bakugo said, "Ow! What's that for, hag?" As Mitsuki said, "You burned off Izuku's skin." As Bakugo said, "He attacked me." As Mitsuki said, "You attacked a little girl." As Bakugo said, "I wasn't attacking her. I was trying to be a stronger quirk into her." As Izuku smacked him upside the head, saying, "You can't just bully people that have weaker quirks than you do, or even that is quirkless." As Izuku felt a sharp pain after hitting Bakugo's head, saying, "Ah! I forgot I have nothing but muscle fibers." As Mitsuki said, "I am so sorry that my brat did this to you. I will pay for your medical bills. In fact, I will pay for your medical bills for as long as you live." As Izuku said, "That's very kind of you." As Izuku said, "And I will pay you back every penny as long as it takes me." As Mitsuki said, "No need, it's been my pleasure." "Into that white Bakugo?" As Bakugo said, "Why me?" As Mitsuki said, "Since you caused it, you're helping, which means you're going to help me pay for his medical bills with every single cent we get, and save some for us who can have something to live off of." As hold on. As Bakugo was growing and said, "Fine." As Izuku went back to his doctor, and the doctor said he have a very powerful lion quirk. He can do anything what a lion can do, and more. He even have high senses, and I bet at this age he can beat up a 10-year-old. As Izuku said, "Thank you, doctor. But what about my skin?" As the doctor said, "We tried everything we could about your muscle fibers, but we can't do anything about it. I'm afraid you're going to be like that forever. As what happened to Izuku when he found out he was quirkless happened as in canon. But Izuku was not going to take this lying down. He was determined to make everyone know that with his quirk, he could be more powerful than anyone. So, he started training, and he started to spar with different animals. And then, at the age of 14, no, 5, yeah, 5, he became the master of martial arts, mastering each discipline. At that age, he was able to lift 1,000 pounds of weight. Then, when Incas wanted to know where Izuku was going, Izuku simply asked, say, "Don't worry, Mom. I'm just going to the burning forest for meditation." As Inca said, "Okay, son. Just make sure you stay safe and don't kill things this time." As Izuku said, "Okay, I promise I won't kill anything this time." As he was meditating, he heard a noise of a baby cub. It was hurt and abandoned, so he took him home and took care of him. And the cub was attached to Izuku for a very long time. When he saw he was finna get picked on by Katsuki, because Katsuki still didn't learn his lesson after the beating he got as a little kid for what he did to Izuku, the lion started roaring at Katsuki. And hold on. As Izuku patted his new pet on the head and named him the Crimson Emperor. After a few years, both Izuku and Crimson grew up, doing everything together. They're both as happy as they can be. When was the time when they have to choose their careers? The teacher threw up the papers because they knew they all wanted to be heroes. When they heard Izuku's name, they didn't make fun of him. In fact, they were too scared to make fun of him because they know what he can do. Even with those muscle fibers, he can work through anything. And as for his pet, well, this is what his pet looks like now. This is his pet. When Izuku got back from school, and the sludge feeling didn't happen in this story, they were all super impressed because they all had to do an exam about Izuku's pet. And when they saw him with his pet, they all immediately say, "Demon!" As Izuku said, "Not demon, my pet, Crimson Emperor." As everybody was just looking at Crimson because they knew that they should not mess with this thing. After that, Izuku decided to train for the next few months for the entrance exam. And this is where I'm gonna end this what if off. This is Crimson, your favorite fiery whatever. I see you in the next part. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and share this with one of your friends. I see you later.
Teardrop
Hello everyone, this is Crimson, your favorite fiery what if. Today we'll do What If Deku Had a Long Quirk, Part 2. After a few years, Izuku got more popular and stronger and smarter over the years. Other girls really like him because how kind and honorable he can be. And also, they really like he's very muscular and soft at the same time. Izuku still wasn't very good with girls, and he's still shy around them. When they heard that he was going to UA, nobody made fun of him. In fact, they all support him, since they all know what he can do, and they know he's powerful enough to do it. When Bakugo fan exploded his desk, Izuku rushed behind him, kicked him, and drop kicked him back into his chair, then sit back down. Everybody laughed at what just happened, but Katsuki went to the principal's office because he was causing a disturbance. After that, Izuku decided to take a shortcut home. When he used his high sense of hearing to know that he can hear circle, then he saw a big brown blob rising right and left profusely. Then they saw it was the sludge villain. He was extremely surprised that there's a villain made of sludge. Then they decided to fight. Izuku was too quick for the sludge villain. After that, the sludge villain was down in pain, begging for mercy. As All Might said, have no fear, because I am here. Looks like we had discovered, kid. As Izuku just nodded, and he was surprised that. Hold on. Alright. And he was surprised that Izuku was able to take on a powerful villain all on his own. All Might told him he'd become a very powerful hero when he grows up. As then Izuku decided to study and train a whole lot more. Until one day, he saw Miracle on her patrol. Izuku knocked out the villain that Miracle was fighting. Miracle was impressed that a kid like him can fight so well. As Izuku just said, let me cut right to your face, Miracle. You, me, spar. As Miracle was shocked and taken aback at this and said, oh, cocky, aren't you? As Izuku said, nope, this one's training. So, you, me, spar. As they spar. Izuku was impressed about how fast her quirk makes her, but Izuku see a lot of openings with her, and he took advantage of every single one, and defeating Miracle in the progress. Miracle said, wow, you're the first guy who beat me. As Izuku said, yeah. As Izuku kissed Miracle on the lips and said that was for having a good fight. As Miracle was taken aback at that and passed out over embarrassment and blood bright red. Then, time for the exorcism. During the eternity part, he got first place immediately because of how quick and how much he had corrected Nezza on his own work. As they went outside, Izuku decided to stretch a lot, and Izuku was super pumped to do this because it's a way to find video to prove himself that how much strength that a lion can have. As then, Izuku decided to doing 159 push-ups in 1 minute and 19 jumping jacks in 19 seconds. Ina walked up to Izuku and said, excuse me, what are you doing? As Izuku said, getting myself pumped up. I have to train. I'm really excited to do this. I mean, this will determine my life of being a hero. As Ida said, I get that, but are you sure you're fit enough to do this? I mean, you have quite a lot of muscle fibers exposed. As Izuku was walking around the whole time with muscle fibers out and so on. All of them were shocked and scared about what had happened to this kid. As Izuku said, oh, let's just say when my quirk awakened, I protected the kid from a bully, and let's say the bully kind of went too far on me. But I'm okay. As Tina Ada was shocked and said, you still fighting after that incident? You're more of a hero than I thought. As Izuku said, oh, yeah, thank you. As he saw a brunette-haired girl really nervous, as Izuku ran up to her faster than Ila can even speak to him, and gave Ochaka some support. Now Ochaka has more confidence and power to go and get ready to win this competition. By the time the gates open, Izuku went on all fours and ran like how you see in this picture. And the next thing they heard was a loud thunderous roar from Izuku. And they saw his carnage and rage. He was like a emerald green lion on a warpath. Anytime a robot like to hurt a student, Izuku just gave them this look. Then the robot just exploded out of fear. Then, and even Asami knows that his movements aren't sloppy. They were meant to be like this. As Izuku was tearing through robots metal by metal, and in an emerald green flash, Izuku turned to robots into nothing but scrap metal, leaving a trail of oil in his path. As Izuku had enough points to beat All Might's record. In fact, Izuku surpasses All Might's record with flying colors. Izuku decided to sit down and rest, but until he saw the 0 pointer, Izuku decided to run up his hand, then roar so loud that the robot actually braked and exploded. And Ochako didn't get hurt in this version. And when Izuku had 2 more minutes, he destroyed 6 more 1-pointers 3-pointers, and 2-pointers. And making his record the brand new world record of most robots defeated. As everybody was dumbfounded of what has happened, Ida couldn't even speak because Isuka's speed surpasses the whole Ida family. As Isuku then went off and asked recovery girl to heal anyone that needs healing or needs medical attention. As the teachers in the observation deck was just looking in awe and impressed that someone like him took them all down. Netsu was especially impressed because Isuku was the only one who corrected him on his work. As Isuku went off to go train and study more. As Isuku got a knock on the door and they saw 3 pro heroes, All Might, Endeavor, and Eraserhead. As Isuku said, "Oh, this is a big honor. What are you 3 most renowned heroes doing at this Banana's house?" As All Might said, "Young Midoriya, may we talk outside for a minute?" As Isuka said, "Please, say whatever you like," as he went outside and closed the door. As All Might said, "Okay, young Midoriya, what is your quirk? I see it's a lion mutation quirk, but there's gotta be more to it. I mean, what is the muscle fibers exposed for?" As Isuka said, "Oh, this? 3 years back when my quirk awakened, a friend of mine got bullied, and when my quirk awakened, I used to fight the bully, but the bully went too far. But he can never turn me down or break my spirit or pride. So I decided to train it out." What he asked, alright? As always said, "Well, you look like you were experienced in all this fighting." As Isuka said, "Well, yes, I do train in martial arts and join in martial arts tournament, so I'm decently experienced." As also sounds really sleepy and impressive, said, "Well, this was Ender's idea. We're here to fight you." As Isuka Sagan said, "Are you sure you want to fight a kid? Even though I'm more than strong enough to fight for myself, but I don't think this would be appropriate for 3 grown men fighting a child." As Endeavor said, "If you think your quirk is good enough to get into UA, you'll fight us." As Isuka said, "What? I thought I got into you. Oh, I didn't pass?" As All Might said, "On the contrary, young Midoriya, you beaten my record. In fact, you made a world record that surpasses mine, and your intelligence impeccable. Of course you passed, and you're going in class 1A. Oops, sorry about that. In class 1A, as Endeavor said, "But you have to fight us to get your envelope." As Endeavor pulled out a envelope, and Isuka said, "So who I fight first?" As Endeavor said, "Me. And don't worry if I don't go." As Isuka says, beat the crap out of Endeavor and said, "Did I win?" And just okay, and this one off. This is Crimson. You figured fire whatever. I love you all. Stay safe, stay fiery, and I see you in the next What If.
Teardrop on my homie's face, he got a body. No DM peanut butter color inside whip is really dead. And the bone raw with a claw, I can't really raw. Teardrop on my homie's face, he got a back. No DM, I'm her.
I am back with part 3 of what Deku had a line quirk. We still have to start with him finna fight all the heroes. Isekai said, okay, let me get this straight. The others nodded and said, I have an extremely good amount of strength and intelligence to get into UA, right? As somebody said, correct. And I show great potential by defeating every single role, but like there were nothing. Am I right? As I said, very tightly saying, I don't get paid enough to even answer this, but yes, you do. As Isekai then continues saying, and I always get my leg to get into the school, but and all of you want to fight me at full strength and full power. As the honor said, that's right. As Isekai said, okay. As Amai said, now I know if you want to reconsider, but as he got cut off and said, wait, what? As Isekai said, yeah, I'll fight you all. As I said, you're not afraid? As Isekai said, nope. As Asara said, but what all full-grown heroes, trained and at full strength we can kill and quite possibly hospitalize you. And you say want to fight us. Yep. As I said, does that lion quirk of yours give you an extremely huge pride? As Isekai said, that's right. As Isaiah said, really? As Isekai said, really? As Amai said, can we come in? As Isekai said, of course! As Amai said, really? As Isekai said, no. As Amai said, okay, I walk right into that one. As Amai said, okay, who do you want to fight first? As Isekai said, I choose... Which one? As Isekai said, I'll forget it. I choose Aizawa. Eraserhead. As Amai said, so you choose the underground hero. As Isekai said, yep. I heard he have martial arts trainings too. So I want to see how good we both how good we are in terms of martial arts, are we? As Amai said, you're sure about this, mate? As Isekai said, as sure as I can be. As Amai said, okay, ready? As Asaya put on his goggles and got into a fighting stance, and Isekai got into a lion-like fighting stance. As Amai said, go! As Isekai and Asaya went at it. And Asaya tried to use his scarf to try to take out Izuku. As Izuku starts bite down on his scarf and spun him around like a rag doll. And he did to him what the Hulk did to Loki. Then Izuku just punched him, kicked him in the sides, then headbutt him and put him in a suplex, then headlock him, then knock him onto the ground. Then Izuku said, 37 seconds. As Asaya said, what? As Isekai said, 37 seconds. That's how long it took me to beat you. As Asaya said, you time how long it takes you to beat someone? As Isekai said, yes I do. As Asaya said, are you this cocky? As Isekai said, no, I'm not cocky. I just like to put times on how much it take me to fight someone. If it's way too long, that means I need improvement. If it's too short, it means I still need improvement. But if it's just right, it means I don't need any more improvements. As I said, you're an interesting one. As Isuka said, hey, don't be sad that you lost. I mean, hey, it is one of the only heroes with a quirk that actually use skill, not just brute strength. As Ame said, I felt like you were attacking me there. I was attacking all of you. As Ame said, ouch. As the dragon hero just chuckled and said, he, he just he just broke Ame's pride. And everyone and a lot and the press are watching this, and the heroes knew, but Isuka didn't know that. As I said, "Alright, kid, we're not going easy on you anymore. Heroes, attack!" As Isuka said, "I beg your pardon." As Isuka saw every single hero trying to attack him, as Isuka said, "Huh." As he closed his eyes, then in a flash, all the heroes was taken down easily. And they all had scratch marks, and all of them were broken. And Alma just had 2 broken legs. As Isuku opened his eyes and looked behind him and said, well, how long did that take? As Alma said, 5 seconds! As Isuku said, dang, I need more improvement. As Alma said, I don't think you need any more improvement because you just beat down every single hero in the community. As Isuka said, I did. As Amai said, yes. What about Crimson Riot? As Amai said, beaten. As Isuka said, miracle. This, as Amai said, broken. As Isuka said, endeavor. As Amai said, traumatized. As we see Endeavor says, laying on the floor broken and rattling in fear and saying, somebody get me out of this place. As the singer said, best genius, Night Eye. What about best genius, Night Eye, Rocklock, Fat Gum? Every single one of, as Amai said, every single one of us didn't even lay a finger on you. As Isuka said, oh. As Isuka said, well, as he clapped his hands and went into his house and said, I see you all in school tomorrow. As Amai said, wait, what? As Isuka said, yes, I'm still going to that school, and I see you all tomorrow. Have a good night now. As Amai said, wait, what? As Isuka closed the door, as Amai said, okay, everyone, let's all be glad that he is going to be a hero, because if he didn't, we all be dead. As all of them nodded and said, and let's all of us keep a close eye on this kid. As they all went home. Then Isuku woke up 3 hours early. He decided to do his usual workout and put on his UA uniform. Then walked to school after having a big meaty breakfast. Not before hugging his mom saying, thank you. You made all this happen by making me who I am today. If it wasn't for you, Mom, I would have never gotten this strength. As Inko cried and said, thank you, Sana. You made me proud. as Isuke said, thank you. Then he ran home as everybody giving him glares because they saw on the news how Isuku beat down every single hero without breaking a sweat. Even All Might couldn't handle him. As Isuku was getting embarrassed, thinking, okay, everybody's looking at me. As Isuku walked into class, then Isuku said, hello, I'm Isuku Midoriya. I'm happy to be in class. As Tina Ida said, I knew you were strong, but we never knew you were this strong. As Isuku looked confused and said, what are you talking about? As Tina Ida explained what happened on the news, as Isuku looked surprised and said, wait, you all saw me fight heroes? As Isuku said, as Tina Ida said, yes we did. As Isuku said, oh my god, this is so embarrassing. I am so sorry if I hurt your brother too much. As Tina Ida said, no, it's okay. Tensei said, how nice you were after you beat him. In fact, he appreciated the muffins and cupcakes you brought to him after the fight. As Isuku said, yes, while I might be a lion with lots of pride, I still have to be nice. As Isuku said, oh, I almost forgot. As he take up a box, said, I bought cookies. As everybody smelled how good the cookies were. Then Kirishima took the box of cookies and all of class 1A ate them all and devoured them. He even made oatmeal raisin cookies taste delicious. As Kirishima said, dude, you're so manly and kind at the same time. And your mother was so nice to bake these cookies for us. As Isuku said, my mother didn't bake the cookies. I did. I felt like I shouldn't come here on my first day of school empty-handed, so I decided to bake something for my class. As Teen Ida said, you are a modest student. Thank you very much. As Asawa said, you could make one of those cookies for me? As Isuki said, oh no. I couldn't forget my teacher. As Isuki takes like a second box full of cupcakes and muffins. As Isuki said, these are for apology. This is my way of apologizing for what happened yesterday. As Asawa sniffed the muffins and cupcakes and said, these, I accept your apology. As a whole class 1A groaned and said, and Soji said, please give me your recipe. Those cookies were so good. As Isuki said, yeah man, I can give you my recipe after school. As Soji said, thank you. As Asa said, so are you bringing these to every hero you're beaten up as an apology gift? As Isuki said, yes I do. I can give them all for your birthdays if you want. As Asawa said, that won't be necessary. As Isuki said, nonsense. You're my teachers and you guys deserve the best. In fact, I'll even bake you an entire bakery if you want. As Soshi said, entire? You could own your own bakery company. As Isuki's brother said, thanks. As the other girls was all around Isuku as Mineta and Denki Kaminari saying, how is it already the first day and you already have all the ladies? As Isuki said, I don't know. My mother always told me women likes a sensitive and a nice, kind, sensitive guy who can bake very well. And she also said they like strong guys. As Izuku said, actually, that's all she said. As Izuku said, but I mostly want ladies to like me for who I am, not for what I can do. As all the girls like this was a dog, but I was just petting him. As they all heard him purr. Even Isaiah was surprised at this and said, Midoriya! As Izuku said, sorry, I'm a big cat, so I purr. And I also meow. In fact, anything what a cat can do, I can make the same sound. As Isaiah said, you are now my favorite student. As Izuku said, because of the muffins and cupcakes. As Isaiah said, well, yes, they are amazingly, and they are godlike of taste and flavor. Even the aftertaste, they are just to die for. And I can taste banana and strawberry and orange feeling. I don't even know how you get all of these in here, but they are delicious. As Izuki said, well, I can bake you more. As for the heroes versus villains test, the Quirk Federation test, he passes all of them with ease. As heroes versus villains, Bagago got destroyed, even worse what the heroes did, what the heroes went through when they fought Izuku. But he was also very tactical. And this one gonna end the story off. This is Crimson, your favorite buy whatever, and I'll see you in the next part. Bye bye now.
Teardrop on my homie's face, he got a body. No DM, I'm her LCM on Instagram. My skin peanut butter color, inside whip is really dead. The bone raw with a glock, I can't really rock. Teardrop on my homie's face, he got a body. No DM, I'm her.
Hello everyone. This is Crimson, your favorite fire what if. And today is part 4 of Deku had a lion quirk. After the first day, everybody liked Deku a lot more in this version. Most because he makes amazing cookies. So every single day, he would always bring cookies for his class, since they would never stop bombarding him for more cookies. But they did praise him about his ferocity, speed, and height of fighting skills he displayed at the second part I told you about. They all wonder what sort of training he has to go through to be like this. As everybody forgot what his hero costume looks like. As his hero costume looks like this. As everybody was supposed to put on the hero costumes at the UFJ, everybody finally get to see what his hero costume looked like. As Izuku come out looking like this. As everybody's mouths dropped, all the girls had huge nosebleeds. As Izuku said, well, what do you think? As everybody said, dude, what is that made out of? As Izuku said, I don't know. As everybody said, where did you get those knives? As Izuku said, oh, I made them for my tooth. As everybody was shocked and said, I'm sorry, what? As Izuku said, oh yeah, since I'm a lion, my tooth My fangs are much stronger and much more powerful than the rest. So I decided to rip out both my front fangs and turn them into my weapons. As Karasima said, "Dude, that is so many, but doesn't that hurt?" As Siki said, "Oh yeah." As Karasima said, "Okay, you're very committed." As Siki said, "Trust me, if you want me to do something, I do it without asking questions." As Isu, as Karasima said, "Oh really?" As Karasima said, "Can you roll for us?" As Isiku said, "Oh, hold on." And I'm back. As Karasima asks Isiku to roar, Isiku roars to say, "Okay," then he roars exactly like this. After Isiku got done roaring, he looked up and said, "Well, what do you guys think?" As literally everybody in class 1A was holding on one another for dear life. Mineta peed himself, and Asawa was completely awake, like an army guy, and asked Isuku, "What the hell was that?" As Isuku said, "Oh, Kirishima asked me to roar, so I roared." As as Asawa said, "That was your roar." As Isuku said, "Yep, that sounded like something a gigantic monster would sound like on a bad day." As Isuku said, "Yeah, I get that a lot. I think of my roar as an intimidation method." As I said, "Intimidate? You can make a full-grown man pee himself." As I said, "Like me. After this, I'm getting a change of clothes." As Isuka said, "I'll pay for your dry cleaning." As Asara said, "Nope, you already done so too much for this class." Surprisingly, they're still idiots, except for you. As Isuka said, "Thank you, I guess." As Asara said, "But on your next assignment, I'm making sure you get a A." As Isuka said, "Yes, sir." As he got on the bus, when the topics of quirks came up, it was Isiku's turn. As Robbie was afraid to ask since Isiku rolled like a beast. They still want to know what his quirk was. As Isiku said, "Oh, well, as you can tell, my quirk is a line mutation quirk. When I turned 5, I saw Bakugo there, pointing at Bakugo, bullying another kid. I got a little bit upset. Then something happened. My teeth were sharper. My eyes was a dark emerald, was a dark green. Then next thing I knew, I turned into a emerald green lion. Then I fought Bakugo, but Bakugo went too far and he blew off the skin of my arm. So at the point, only my muscle fibers of my arms are revealed. But that never turned me down of trying to dream of becoming a hero. So after that, I trained my body, mind, and soul, becoming the best hero I can be. So I train myself every single day, 3 times a day, 24/7, 365. No breaks, no rest, no bathroom breaks. As Kurosima said, no bathroom breaks, no bathroom breaks. As Kurosima said, what did you eat? As Isuka said, well, I ate hippos, water buffaloes, regular buffaloes, crocodiles. As everybody just said, you ate a hippo? As Isuka said, yes, it's good for my protein. As everyone else said, what's next? You have a pet? As Isuka said, yes, I have a pet. I have a picture of him right here. As everybody said, what pet is it? As Isuka put out a picture and as they saw a picture of this. As Isuka said, this is my favorite pet. I name him Crimson Emperor. As he put his picture away, everybody was scared and said, so, that's your pet? As I started to look at the picture to it, and as I said, kid, you are a interesting kid. Or lion, to say whether you are. As Isuka said, oh, thank you. That was not exactly a compliment. As Isuka said, I know. As I said, nothing gets to you, does it, kid? As Isuka said, no, it does not. I have to make my heart strong as steel. As Isuka, as I said, yeah, but how can you still fight with muscle fibers? As Isuka said, oh, trust me, I fought worse. There was just one time when I was hunting a hippo with nothing but a toothpick and two broken legs and one broken arm. As I looked at him and said, Kid, what? Kid, how are you not dead? As Isuka said, I have no idea, but I am loving it. As I said, after this, you want to learn that scarf trick I do? As Isuka said, it'd be an honor just to have a scarf like yours. I prefer my scarf crimson red. As Kurosima chuckled and said, why, is it in the honor of your pet? As Isuka said, no, because my favorite color is red. As Kurosima shut his mouth and said, do you like my hair and eyes? As Isuka said, yeah, man. As Kurosima said, huh. Somehow I feel more confident about my hair. As Isuka said, Kurosima, look at me. I literally have a whole mane. And I'm a lion. So I'm pretty sure you're safe there. As Kurosima said, you know what? I'm gonna like you, Isu. As Isu said, I'm gonna like you too, Kurosima. I'm gonna like you too. As they stop at the USA, and everything went down as canon except as I was able to bring All Might this time. As when 13 finished, they heard Izuku sniffing the air, and 13 said, kid, you okay? As Izuku said, everybody get down! As he saw a huge portal opening, and that portal was full of villains, and there was a huge Nomu out. And first round, could they leave this what if off? Psych! No, I'm not. As Izuku said, Aizawa. As Aizawa just looked at Izuku. You take the 559 on the left. I take the 559 on the right. Uh, Amai and Tina, Amai and Ida would go back to the school and call for backup for any heroes that is available. The rest of you, stay together and make sure no villain with a quirk that can separate you. And leave the big guy to me. I already know his quirks. You have a speed quirk, safe enhancement quirk, and finally a shotgun open quirk. Wait, and a regeneration quirk. But there's only one weakness, and I can see it. I saw look at Izuku inside and said, "Did you plan on this on the fly?" As Izuku said, "I can't just rely on brute strength and natural skill alone. You also have to have brains. So after I get done with my training, I make myself study quantum mechanics before I go to bed, and mathematics after breakfast, and every single thing I should know by the time it's lunch. Then I go on to strategies and planning. And I was the smartest guy since Einstein by the time then." As I said, "No wonder you're smarter than everyone here." As Mama Azraeli said, "After this, can we have a study session?" As Izuku said, "Sure, I'm always willing to help people if they have problems in school." As Mama Blossom said, "Thanks." As Kaminari and Manetta looked at Izuku with a death glare and said, "You dumb lion, stop taking other women." As Izuku said, "What are you talking about? I just like to help people with their studies." As Kaminari said, "Oh, then can you help me?" As Izuku said, "Sure." Then Izuku executed his plan. But when he saw Azapa to get his butt whooped by the Nomu, Izuku used his superior strength and speed to knock down the Nomu. Then with his mighty roar out, Izuku bite down on the Nomu's brain and ripped it apart, killing the Nomu. As Sakuragi said his whole speech about how they cheated and they left. As Izuku said, "The strongest fangs win. The sharpest claws survive. The alpha always catches his prey and protects his pride." As Asara said, "What are you on about?" As Izuku said, Sorry. When I was 6, I spent a lot of time with lions and other animals." As Kirishima said, "That explains that whole speech, to be honest." As Izuku said, "Yeah, we lions are not that poetic." After that, the sports festival came. And that's where I'm gonna leave this one off. As Izuku, never mind. This is where the what if ends here. Part 5 will be the last part of this series. And this part would be the sports festival, the fight with Muriel, and the internship. I'll see you in part 5.
On my homie's face, he got a bite. No DM, I'm her MCM on Instagram. My skin peanut butter color, inside weapons really dead. A bone raw with a glock, I can't really raw. Teardrop on my homie's face, he got a bite. No DM, I'm her.
Hello everyone, this is Crimson, your favorite fiery whatever. Today I'm doing the final and last part of what if Deku had a line quirk. After what happened at the USJ, they decided to take a week-long break so they can cope about what happened. But for Deku, he asked Aizawa to train him how to use that scarf of his. But the only request he had was that his scarf he wants to train with could be red. As I said, yes, confusingly because he never had anyone ask him train them before. So for a whole week, I saw it in Deku train with that scarf and spar in martial arts. After that week was over, I saw it say they were going to do a sports festival so they can prove that UA is still strong enough to hold their own. So they had another week to train for the sports festival. So as I and Deku trained even harder for that week. And when the sports festival finally come, Ichigo was really pumped to you can say be in these challenges, even though he knows these are not clearly not enough of a challenge for them. Since Izuku was one who was supposed to give a speech, he gave an inspiring and etiquette speech, and became a savage when he ended. I hope my bite doesn't scare you off. As they all cheered and got a little annoyed because he said the word, said, "Hope my fangs doesn't hurt," or whatever I said before. Then when they got to the tunnel, Izuku got on all fours, making himself look like more of a lion than he already does. Then by the time midnight said go, Izuku immediately run like there's no tomorrow, avoiding every robot and destroying every two-pointer and three-pointers he can find, without even thinking for himself. As Izuku then did a bicycle kick to a not 5-pointer, 3-pointer upside the head. When Izuku was at those cliff ropes things, Izuku jumped to platform and landing on his feet. As Professor Mike said, "Whoa, Aizawa, looks like you have a prodigy in your class." As Mike said, "Everybody, Izuku Midoriya, the beast of UA. Let's see if he can back up his talk about his fangs." As Professor Mike ended with a joke said, "I guess we was right. Cats always land on their feet." When Izuku landed to the start of the mines, Izuku decided to do something cool. He activated the mines by roaring at them to give him more speed, thus making him win and getting the 10 million points. As Izuku then roared again at victory and dominance. As Press Mike said, "Everybody, we have a winner!" As they get to the cavalry battle, Midnight explained like in canon how the winner would have got 10 million points for getting first place in the race. everybody gave Izuku the same death stare for winning the 10-minute point. When Izuku said, "Okay, I'm done with this," as he let out a whole bunch of bloodlust that could even scare Ichiro Hanma, as everybody just looked back and not even try to make eye contact or make Izuku even angrier, as he was trying to get some people on his team, but literally nobody wants to be on his team. Since no one wants to be on his team, he asked Midnight, can he do this alone? As Midnight said, whoa, little fairy, aren't you a little cocky to be doing that? As Izuku said, I'm not a fairy and I'm not cocky. I'm prideful. As Midnight said, okay kid, I hope this doesn't hurt your pride. As Midnight said, since nobody wants to be on your Midoriya's team, you would take on every single one of Class 1A, 1B, and C all together. As Izuku said, that's right. My only request is all of you show me your full power, and I will show you my full strength. As Bakugo said, huh, you cocky bastard! You really think you can take on a whole army? As Izuku said, I have a new technique I want to try out. But if you are too scared, I guess I would take this win. As everybody got mad, said, oh yeah? We'll show you, you dumb lion brat! As Izuku just cracked his neck and said, okay, if you come at me. As everybody ran at him until Izuku did something. It was this. When Izuku sit down and meditate, exactly how you see in this picture, everybody felt a heavy presence of a demon right in front of them. And when they keep on looking at Izuku, they see a crimson red aura, and Izuku says meditating there. When they all try to throw a punch at Izuku, his aura is so strong it knocked everybody out of the ring, making Izuku the winner of the 10-minute point steal and the cavalry battle. As Izuku said, was that all you got? As everybody said, okay, you win. As it was time for the 1v1 battle. First, it was Shinzo versus Deku. Deku didn't waste any time talking, so Izuku just run up and punch and kick. So Shinzo right in the head. As Izuku said, when this is over, I want to train you so you can use your physical body and mind. As each opponent he got to, they all fall. He was like, everybody thought he was like a god because nobody can take him. As now we get to our favorite fight, Izuku versus Todoroki. Todoroki gave him the whole rundown about his life, as Izuku said, that doesn't mean you can't use your fire. Use your fire because you know it's yours, and your ember will burn brighter than his. When Todoroki's fire got fireside activated, as Todoroki said, yes, I promise I won't let you down, Izuku. As they start to fight, then Izuku and Todoroki decided to go all out. As Izuku and both Todoroki decided to go all out with their full power, Izuku was very diligent about how to use his ice and fire. Actually, no, he was bad at using his fire since he never learned how to use it. But Izuku took that to his advantage, even his ice. Izuku broken the ice and melted it with his own fire, then kicked Todoroki in the stomach, back, and knees. And every time Izuku does this, Todoroki was always landed in the middle of the ring. But they keep on fighting and fighting. Even though he felt like he was fighting for hours. When Izuku just said, "Come on, man, you've been doing this for 20 minutes. You're stronger than this." As Todoroki said, "You're right." As as Todoroki put both ice and fire together and made it a cold flame. Then he shot it at Izuku. Izuku was too quick though. And they see how brutal they're fighting. And when they about to do their final strike, the next thing they saw was smoke. And when the smoke cleared, Izuku was the only one standing, with his fist rising up, with Todoroki. Okay, as I was saying, after the smoke cleared, Izuku was the only one standing in the middle of the ring, with his fist raising up, and with Soto outside of the ring, broken. When I say broken, I mean physically broken. So that means Izuku got the first place in the sports festival, where the League of Villains wants to put Izuku in the ranks. After that, after the sports festival, the rest of the few days went on as normal. Until one day, Izuku and everyone else in Class 1A had to pick hero names. Everybody picked their hero names as in canon. But Izuku said, "I'll be the beast hero, leave." As everybody said, "Leave," as in the Russian word for lion, as Izuku said, "Yep." As everybody just nodded, saying, "Yeah, that makes sense." As they all picked what they want to go as their internships. But the day before their internships, they have to meet some people via the strongest three in all of UA, the big three. Like in canon, Miro fought everybody in Class 1A. But when Izuku stepped in the ring, Izuku automatically beat Miro down because he knows he can't aim for the lower part of the neck, but always for the upper half of the neck. So not even 5 seconds Miro had lasted with Izuku. As the other members of the Big Three was in shock because no one has ever been in Mirio. As Izuku said, "I win." as Mario gave his speech as in canon, but saying Isuku has more battle experience. As they went off to go on to their internships, everything went down as in canon. But by the time Isuku saw Overhaul, Isuku didn't fall for Overhaul's trick, so Isuku just punched Overhaul in the face, picked up Area, and took him to the heroes. Automatically, Area was very in love, was very happy to be with Isuku as a little sister. And as for the battle with Overhaul, that didn't happen in canon since Isuku already got him arrested. And now for the capping arc. Yeah, the capping strip arc. When they have to do their test, the mental part, Isuku passes with flying colors, unsurprising, and he decided to take on Azawa alone for his final. All the teachers accepted, and when it was time for Isuku versus Aizawa decided to go use his hand-to-hand combat skills and his scarf. But Isuku was too quick and smart and fast for the sleepy hero. And after 19 minutes of them fighting, where more like Isuku is only more like Isuku manslaughtering Aizawa, Isuku passed the finish line, making him the winner. After all that, he gets to go to the training camp. And when Mandalay and the other one saw Isuku, Mandalay automatically started going for a kiss. But Isuku just put his paw on Mandalay's face and said, "I'm flat what you're about to do, but I'm gonna respectfully decline." As Mandalay say, "My God, your paws are soft. And this is for a guy of your body." As Isuku said, "Always make time to moisturize." As Isuku got on all fours and jumped off the cliff where 1A was at. As everybody said, "Isuku, wait!" As Mandalay pushed him off the cliff like in canon. And Isuku was like a one-man army against those monsters. Mandalay was both angry and impressed with Isuku. So after all that, their training begins. And if you ask what they have for dinner, Isuku says ate nothing but raw fish that was still alive. Everybody thought that was just weird. Then after that, the first day of training began. As Isuku was eating and killing and finding bears, rhinos, and crocodiles. As Taki said, this is not even the training regimen we gave you, but keep going, you're doing good. As Mandalay said, "Tiger," as Taki was interrupting by saying, "I have no idea either." As Class 1B was seeing what Isuku was doing and said, "What's that kid even doing to himself?" As Vlad can say, "I don't know." As Monimum said, "Use your normal voice, Dracula." After all that, and up to the final night, the attack happened as in canon. The fight with Muscular, well, Izuku took his other eye. And Kota liked Izuku earlier than in canon. So yeah, he was more open towards Izuku, not even knowing it. Then Izuku took him back to Aizawa where he can be safe. But he wasn't captured to the villains. But Bakugo was. And luckily, Izuku put a tracking device on one of the Nomus before they can escape. After a week, Izuku made a plan of how they're gonna save them. And before you all say in the comments, I skipped Ida's revenge scene with Stain. That didn't happen Stain Stain was already beaten by Izuku, and he didn't want to be a villain killer a hero killer anymore. He's now the number 12 hero. Anyway, back to the story. Izuku made the plan clear. When everybody got into their fake villain suits, everybody saw Izuku's villain suit and they all see this. As Izuku did this and said, "What do you guys think?" As everybody said, "To be honest, that's how we expect you to look like if you became a villain instead of a hero." As Izuku said, "That's to be expected." And as for the rescue thing, it was 100% a success. And as for Overone was beaten brutally without a second thought. Because Izuku was stronger and faster and smarter, making him the ultimate weapon against the force of evil like Overone. Then Izuku took everybody to the hospital to get them checked out. And when they were traveling to the hospital, Izuku pulled out a interesting fruit that looked like this. Izuku said, "I'd like you to say hello to my lunar fruit." As he was just playing a elegant song called the Lunar Lullaby. Everybody felt really tired and decided to take a very deserved nap. As Izuku said, "Good night, everyone." After all that, they all awakened and they found out they were all completely healthy. So, after all that, Izuku saved the Hero Society. Years have passed, and Izuku have already became the number one hero. And Izuku said, "Well, it was my honor of becoming your hero." As Izuku just bowed. And that's why I'm going to end this finale off. I am Crimson, your favorite fiery whatever, and I like to thank you all for joining me in this beautiful what if. But now it has to end. I'm Crimson, and I see you next time. If you want to see more what ifs, find me on my Discord that is in the link in the description. And where I hear all of your ideas and see what type I can do. If I don't get to all of them, try commenting it on my YouTube channel or on my recent What Ifs. I promise to get to you as soon as I can. Bye bye now.